Who am I speaking with?
This is Brady with Chick Fil A, the manager on duty tonight. So your children are coming into our store. They're soliciting our customers. I watched them do it tonight.
Soliciting?
Soliciting? Isn't that what you do? You sell something, don't you?
Aren't you
Logan,
soliciting?
to sell stuff. So I don't really understand what you want me to do in that situation. It's an abandoned child. He must be 8 years old at the max. I don't know where his kids are.
8.
We haven't been instructed to call the police in these situations because this is not okay.
He's not 8.
He's not 8. First of all, he's not 8.
He just guessed an age.
And his 15-year-old sister is with him. So how is he abandoned?
Okay, well, from what I heard from the cops, your children aren't in school. They are supposed to be going around and selling stuff. That's not okay. We are going to call the police when we
call
see that
them. Who told you they weren't?
Who told you they weren't in school?
Who told you they were in school?
Firstly, our kids are in school. Okay. They are not abandoned. They don't harass anyone. And if they're helping their family grow just like you're helping this damn company grow, they have every right to do that. They don't bother anybody. They don't mess with anything. Nothing they're selling is stolen, like all of the other rumors we've had to deal with. And you calling being biased and making predictions on stuff that you have no knowledge about. Our kids are schooled. And just because they're selling something that you guys out here don't condone of, well, they're black kids. You guys leave little opportunity for minorities out here. And you talking to me as if like, oh, if I see it, I'm going to call the police like you know what's going on. You know nothing. And I'm sick of everything that comes out of a person that's from Logan.
You're going to get sued.
So, sir, I understand that as it may be. I just want to clarify, it's not racial in any way.
It is racial. You literally called and threw shots and had no knowledge of anything. You saying what somebody told you. Well, sir, if you were a professional, you would have asked those questions instead of assuming that somebody else that told you was already right. That was being biased. Okay. You didn't ask questions. You told me stuff that you heard. You didn't ask, are your kids in school? Or are your kids selling stolen stuff? You said what you had already heard, which is what we deal with a lot out here in Logan. And especially from people like you that have an attitude or think they know it all. You don't know anything. Our kids are schooled. They are not delinquents like this whole city tries to make them out to be. They don't bother anyone. They're helping their family business, and everything that they're doing is perfectly legal. All the times you call the cops and all the different things that you put out on them, you ban them, you trespass them. And there's nothing being done because they're not doing anything. You guys are. You're attacking them. You're treating them like little criminals when all they're trying to do is make an honest dollar. And I honestly feel like if they're out here selling drugs and doing all the other shit that most of the teenagers out here are doing, they probably get a little more credit. Because it seems like they're doing something the right way. And in their minds, we've had to deal with the crying and the sobbing when they come home because how rude people are to them and the assumptions that they make about them and how they approach them and how rude they are. My son was slapped on a bus because a man felt like he shouldn't have been laughing. So don't tell me nothing about what they're doing because it's all being done to them. They have a right to do everything in their power that they want to do as a kid. There's kids out here doing all type of shit. But every day, the main focus is our kids. Because they're out trying to make an honest dollar. They're not bothering anybody. People bother them. So, they walk up to them, oh, you guys are okay? If they're a little group of white kids, they'd be like, oh, you guys are so adorable, which we've seen happen. No groups of white kids get attacked like ours. People group together all the time. You got groups of white kids and teenagers coming in your restaurant all the time. None of them are treated like our group of kids. And I really feel like that's a racial issue that is not talked about in Logan, Utah. Nobody speaks on that. I know you have groups of other kids that come in there. Some of them are even unruly. They cuss, they're loud, but our kids come in there, you say soliciting, but I'm saying they're not in competition with anything you're selling. You guys choose to bully and harass them. They're selling jewelry. You guys sell chicken sandwiches. There's a big difference there.
We understand that. Sir, I need to cut you off. I understand that I understand the point you're making.
No, you don't. You don't understand it.
In our restaurant.
Okay, and then you guys have even ran up to them outside because they were outside, which had nothing to do with the inside of your restaurant. You're connected to a big parking lot. So even if they are outside of your restaurant, there's There's a store right next to your store.
Okay.
The Winco is
do
right
get
there
back-
behind your store. So how can you just kick them out and say, hey, don't come around our store?
This is all
So, sir,
great.
I
I'm
do
glad
need to
he
get
said
back
what
to
he
work.
said
If you do
because
want to talk to
he's going to be
anybody
in court
me,
too.
I would be happy to give you that number. However, I just have to
It
tell you.
doesn't matter. Defamation is going to you, not Chick
I
Fil A.
need to hear what he's saying on this recording.
Yeah. Okay.
Golly.
Sir, I'd be more. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and refer. Can I refer you to another phone number? Please?
I don't
And then we
want
can
your
go ahead and go
referral.
from there.
What I want is justice. You have me as a parent being attacked by the police over something our kids are doing. They're kids. If they were grown men and women, they'd have every right.
Okay, sir. We do
They're
need to end
kids.
this call right now.
They're kids.
See, you cut them out more.